Hello and welcome. Let me ask you this. Do you really think your fancy fitted kitchen will survive Isaan's fiery fish sauce and smoky charcoal stoves? Spoiler alert, it will not. Stick around and I will tell you why that glossy, high-tech kitchen of yours is about as useful here as a snow blower on a beach. Now, I am no stranger to the kitchen. I have watched enough cooking shows to recognise a chef's knife from a butter knife, and I know the oven from the microwave. However, as an expat living in the rustic beauty of rural Isaan, I have learned a thing or two about kitchens here. Moreover, let me tell you, all those shiny Western kitchen fittings, gadgets, and overpriced, underused appliances are about as useful in an Isaan home as an umbrella in a drought. You see, when I first settled in Thailand many moons ago, I too had visions of a pristine, fully fitted kitchen, sleek counters, a spacious fridge, maybe even a double oven. The dream was alive, albeit briefly. Moreover, if you are new here or thinking of modernising an Isaan home to Western standards, I am here to save you a fair bit of time and money. Forget the fitted kitchen. First things first, those kitchen showrooms in the cities are doing their best to lure expats into fitting their Thai homes with sparkling Western style kitchens. These showrooms know that somewhere deep down you miss your old kitchen from back home, so they have perfected the art of selling nostalgia, wrapped in stainless steel and marble countertops. However, here is the thing. That marble countertop might look like a culinary catwalk back in London or Manchester, but in Isaan it would just be a nice place for the geckos to hang out. Trust me, the local wildlife will have more use for it than you or your wife ever will. Here in Isaan, your average Isaan kitchen is not what you would call a kitchen in the Western sense. It is an open, airy, practical space, often outdoors or semi-covered, and equipped with the all-important charcoal bucket stove or towel. This simple contraption made of clay and metal is more than capable of handling everything from stir-frying to grilling, all while providing the essential smoky flavour Thai cooking demands. In fact, it is the only thing my wife has used for years, and she would not give it up for all the fancy fitted ovens in the world. Imagine her shock if I would have insisted on one of those oversized electric ovens. All she would see is a pricey foreign beast gathering dust and taking up good space in the house. Thai cooking is quick, direct and to the point. It does not need a kitchen that looks like a showroom. It needs tools that get the job done. Now, if you are thinking, but wouldn't it be nice to cook indoors like back home? Let me stop you right there. Thai food, especially Isaan-style dishes, is notoriously pungent and often cooked at high temperatures, producing a delightful bouquet of aromas. These aromas are glorious out in the open air, mind you. However, indoors, you will have your entire house smelling of fish sauce, fermented fish paste and smoky chilies in no time. Believe me, your Western-style kitchen does not stand a chance. Locals know this. That is why Isaan cooking often happens outside or in partially open spaces, allowing the bold scents to escape instead of fermenting every fibre of the curtains and furniture. Therefore, save yourself the grief of an indoor kitchen filled with fishy fumes and just embrace the outdoor setup. This brings me to appliances. The humble fridge freezer, the microwave, the oven, none of these fit seamlessly into the Isaan way of life. A fridge is necessary, I grant you that, but a full-size one is often more of a luxury than a necessity. Locals here are used to buying fresh produce daily or even gathering it from their own gardens, so there is not much need to stockpile frozen foods. A humble mini fridge or a single fridge freezer unit will do just fine. Furthermore, while we are on the subject, do not even get me started on the microwave. Most Thai dishes are cooked fresh, so leftover microwaving is not exactly a daily affair here. Same goes for the fancy oven. Most Thais could not care less about baked lasagna or Sunday roasts. Here it is all about the stove, the wok and the grill. They cook fresh, they cook fast, and they keep the equipment simple. Let us talk cost. If you're still entertaining the idea of a fitted kitchen, perhaps a bit of financial wisdom will bring you back to reason. Fitting a Western-style kitchen in Isaan will cost you a small fortune, often enough to build an entire additional room or even a second house. Cabinets, countertops, fancy sinks and the like are all imported or priced as luxury goods, and prices will reflect that. And for what? A nice looking room you will not actually need. Let us face it, the locals do not use these kitchens. They prefer the familiar, the efficient and the affordable. In Thailand, money can go a long way if you are smart about it. However, pour it all into a fitted kitchen, you will end up with an expensive storage room and little else. Better to invest in things you will actually use, like outdoor seating, a proper fan to keep cool, and maybe a little garden for fresh herbs and vegetables. Simplicity is the key. Finally, consider this. Thais have been cooking and thriving without fitted kitchens for generations. The kitchen setup is built around their cuisine and lifestyle, which is light, fresh and prepared quickly with minimal fuss. For my Isaan wife and her family, the idea of Western appliances and fittings just add unnecessary complications. They prefer the familiar rhythm of a simple setup that gives them what they need without the fuss. I've seen many an expat with a fitted kitchen in Thailand filled with gadgets their wives never touched, collecting dust in neat, shiny rows. Moreover, these are usually the same expats wondering why their investment has not made their life any easier. Meanwhile, my wife is in her element with a well-worn wok and her faithful charcoal burner. Nothing fancy, but it does the job perfectly. A word of advice. Therefore, here is my grumpy old Englishman advice to you fellow expats. Save your money. Stick to the basics and let the fitted kitchen dream go. Embrace the towel, the open air and the low-tech simplicity which has been perfected in Isaan and Thai kitchens for centuries. You will have a more authentic home, you will save a bundle, and most importantly you will make your Thai wife happier than a perfectly brown piece of grilled chicken. In Isaan, it's not about recreating a slice of the West, it is about living in harmony with what is here. So, let the geckos have the marble countertop, let the wok reign supreme, and save yourself the trouble. Moreover, if you absolutely must put your mark on the kitchen, well, go ahead and get yourself a nice fridge, a countertop gas stove, a 2-ring burner, a microwave, and do not forget a decent electric kettle. At least that will not end up as the local lizard's lounging spot. So there you have it, a true guide to the Isaan kitchen. Leave the granite countertops and stainless steel ovens for the city dwellers. Out here in Isaan we keep it simple, practical and yes, wonderfully smoky. Skip the fitted kitchen, save your money and let the geckos have their own place to lounge. Your Isaan wife will thank you and so will your wallet. So, until next time, it is happy cooking from me. Bye bye.